Hey, welcome back to Piece of Chaos. Thank you for downloading, tuning in, whatever you call it. It has been a couple weeks. Sorry about that again. But like I said, my mom's not even caught up, so nobody cares. I had to reschedule a really cool guest, and I can't wait for that episode. It's going to be one of my favorites, I think. So I'll get that to you as soon as I can. Hopefully it gets rescheduled soon. Since we talked last time, the Phillies lost in a just utter collapse in the NLCS. It's very disappointing. Very disappointing. They just baseball's just a different game now. They're playing a different game than the traditional one that I grew up playing and watching, and even the professionals that I watched when I was a kid and kind of learned baseball approach the game differently, and these players just don't do that. So to get into the minutia of baseball and hitting and stuff like that is it's just really interesting. The especially the last two games, where the Phillies, who spent the season and especially the championship run this year just hitting a lot of solo home runs, winning games by hitting home runs, it's definitely a way to go. But in the championship series, that they came up against pitching that was too good to make the mistakes of giving them pitches that they could hit home runs with. And they didn't adjust very well to that. They didn't adjust their hitting style. They didn't, you had Nick Castellanos, I don't think had a hit in the NLCS at all. And the last two games, just a lot of strikeouts. A lot of it would look like people just swinging out of their shoes. Like Trey Turner was just hacking away up there. And, I'm sure that they're quite capable, because they're professional baseball players, of hitting the ball. Maybe not a home run every time, obviously, that, on purpose, but I know they could certainly make contact with the ball and put it relatively where they want to put the ball, get a single, put it out over the infield. Situationally, just hitting to move runners around the bases is something they just did not do in the last two games. They got thrown out a lot. There was some sort of dumb base running. It was tough to watch. As exciting as it was to watch them win 10-0 in one game, to watch them not be able to score 2 runs in 4 innings towards the end there and come back and win the game in Philly for those last 2 games was just really tough to watch. And honestly, it felt like in between the time they started the series in Philly and then went out to Arizona, dropped 2 in Arizona, and then came back to Philly. At that point, I still wasn't worried, because I thought, man, there's no way they're not going to win one of these games in Philadelphia with the crowd, and they just didn't. And also the crowd sort of gave up on them too when they lost the lead in the 8th inning there. I think it was in the 8th inning in the second to last game. People were leaving. People were leaving the stadium, and the Phillies still had, at bats, which was just not what I would have expected. So anyway, that was tough to watch as a baseball fan, as a Phillies fan. And, obviously Arizona, because I'm old, I still think of them as an expansion team, even though they've been around like 25 years or something like that. Maybe not that long, I don't know. But it just seemed like we really gave that one away. And then, of course, Arizona went on to lose the World Series. So I don't know if they'll be back again. I think Bryce Harper certainly will do everything he can to get back there. Trey Turner as well, but they should watch the game tape of those last two games and then watch old school baseball players. In particular, baseball players that come to mind to me are baseball players that were not known for hitting home runs, but rather for hitting singles and base hits. Larry Boa, Pete Rose, Manny Trio was like a double, triple guy. Mike Schmidt was the home run hitter, and he struck out a lot, but he also hit home runs sometimes when he got his pitch. And Greg Luzinski, those old school guys that were the home run hitters, it was okay if they struck out, but when you have the whole team is home run hitters, it's going to be really hard. And yeah, I don't know. There was criticism of the order of the lineup, having Bohm bat after Bryce Harper in the cleanup position, not really the traditional home run hitter, having Schwarber lead off and strike out so much, not get on base, not be fast. I think they could have survived all of that if in the last two games, most of the hitters just decided, I am just going to try to hit a single. And I don't care what the pitcher throws. One or two of them have got to be a strike that I could hit somewhere in play. It's a decision. So anyway, sorry for the deep baseball talk, but it was sort of on my mind, and I didn't get to bring it up since the last time. And yeah, so now here we are. It's November already. Halloween was great. Really fun this year. And now we're, running head first into Christmas, Thanksgiving season, holiday season. And I'm pretty psyched this year. I put up the Christmas decorations. I got the outside of the house decorations dialed in this year, and I'm really digging them. What I didn't dig is I risked my life on a ladder last Christmas, putting up these, what I thought would be somewhat permanent fixtures into my roof line so that I could just clip the lights in the future. Well, as with many things in our modern world, they were plastic crap that got really super brittle over the year in the sun. And when I went to clip in said lights, the clips just broke, and I had to reinstall new clips. And I think now I want to invent better clips, because the ones I put in as a substitute are also not going to hold up. So I also don't want to spend every year risking my life installing things into the roof on the ladder, because it is just a scary experience. I don't know. I should look up the stat, but I think a very high percentage of adult male injuries are the result of being up on a ladder. And every time I go up that thing, I just, because I had to get a really high ladder and for my roof, and every time I go up that thing, that's all I can think about. Some stupid slip. So I'm very careful. I'm very slow. I'm very careful what I do on the ladder. But I mean, you're still balancing a couple of tools and, not equipment, but, like screws on one little part of the ladder, and you need the hammer and you need the screwdriver, and it's just like, oh my God, this is so frightening. Maybe I should invest in a harness, some sort of apparatus. It's getting crazy. So holiday lights are up. Really excited about that. Looking forward to Christmas this year. I'm looking forward to some time off. It's been a whirlwind for me professionally, and just lots going on in the world, and work is very volatile, and everybody's going through a lot. And it's difficult to watch the news. So, yeah. The holidays came up quick, and I'm sort of glad they're here, because I know that it does involve a good chance to just sit back and relax a little bit, take the foot off the pedal a little bit for a few days and just relax and enjoy family and downtime and no school and no rushing to here or rushing to there. And I like that. I think we should shut it down a little bit more often. So the last thing I did want to talk about, and hopefully we'll be having a upcoming episode about this, but with a guest on this one. But golf is, and these, I realize these are just the absolute first world problems. But hey, piece of chaos. I do try to find things that are relaxing and good for me, and just take my mind off things sometimes. And golf is one of the things that I really love to do. And I got the chance to play golf this weekend with Jake, my cousin Jake, that was on the podcast a couple months. It was about 9 months ago. He came up to visit, and it was awesome to see him. And we got out and played a little golf. And it never gets easier, that game. It just never gets easier. It's no matter what you do, it's always tough. But we had an awesome time. And it was funny because, golfers are superstitious. Golfers think things matter that often don't. Will tell themselves things about their golf game, like if I use this ball or if I use this club, or I don't know how to hit this club or that club, or, I need to change putters. All these things go into the golf game. And the mental part of the game is probably way more important than the equipment part. In all honesty, but so we're getting ready to play, and we're both on the green, and I have this putter. It's called a Scotty Cameron putter. It's a really nice putter. I've had it for a long time, and I don't change my putter. This is, I bought that putter a long time ago, and that's my putter. And I don't change putters. I don't want to change putters. I know that the clubs are fine, and the bad shots are me, not the clubs. But I love this putter. But it's a very nice putter. And Jake was sitting with about a 40-foot uphill sloped down. It went up and down and curved. This putt. It was not an easy putt. And he was like, "Hey, can I use your Scotty?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, give it a shot." And he sunk it from. It was such a great putt. And I felt so bad for him. I was like, "Oh man, now you're gonna have to get one, aren't you?" He's like, "That's it. I'm buying a Scotty." It was just so funny. It was a great moment on the golf course. And just fun. It was just perfect quintessential golf moment. This crazy difficult putt. He takes it, just for fun. He's going to hit it with a different putter than his own, and he sunk it. So I was like, "See, I told you, they're magic, those things." Shout out to my cousin John Neal for turning me on to that putter long time ago, and loving it. So yeah. Having my cousin out was great. Couldn't believe it'd been 9 months since I'd seen him. But it was really good to see him. We got to the beach for a sunset and just had some family time. So it was great. That's what I'm really looking forward to over the holidays. Downtime, family time, just relaxing. So I hope you're doing the same, getting ready for seeing family and friends, hopefully at Thanksgiving, and making the best of everything. This is all we got. We got to find ways to enjoy it and enjoy each other. And yeah, appreciate everybody that's been downloading and sending emails and stuff. It's humbling to see that people listen, and I hope to bring you exciting info and not really info, but conversations. I do have a couple scheduled now in the next month or so. So stay tuned. Thank you again for listening, and be well, be safe, and I'll talk to you next time. Thanks.
So deep in my heart that you're really a part of me. Yes, I've got you under my skin. I've tried so not to give in. I said to myself, this affair ain't never gonna go too well. But why should I try to resist when, baby, I know too well that I've got you under my skin. I'd sacrifice anything, come what might, for the sake of having you near. In spite of a warning voice that rings in the nights, repeats and repeats in my ear. Don't you know, little fool, you ain't never gonna win. Use your mentality, wake up to reality. But each time I do, just the thought of you makes me stop just before I begin. Yes, I've got you under my skin. Hey there, you with the stars in your eyes. Love never made a fool of you. You used to be too wise. I said, now, hey there, you on that high-flying cloud. Though she won't throw a crumb to you, you think someday she'll come to you. Baby, better forget her with her nose in the air. She has you dancing on a string, break it and she won't